Hello everybody, welcome back to AHS News. Today we're going to be talking about a variety of things that have been dropping over the last couple of weeks regarding the new season, including a trailer and teaser that we'll get to talking about a little bit later on in this video. For now though, I want to go over some of the new cast announcements and updates that we've gotten since the last video. I'm sure you've all heard by now, but Ariana Grande has officially dropped out of American Horror Story Season 13. Recently, Ariana has undergone a lot of public scrutiny regarding her weight and appearance changes in the last year, and I believe that this, coupled with her busy tour schedule, might have pushed her to reconsider joining one of the biggest horror shows on TV at this time. Just a few weeks after it was announced that she wouldn't be appearing in this season, it was her team that announced that she'd be stepping away from the public eye due to the online discourse surrounding her weight loss. Best of luck to Ariana, and I hope that she truly does get help, as rumors are suggesting she will. I myself was not expecting much out of Ariana's role anyway, and I assumed long before the actual dropout announcement that Ariana wouldn't in fact be showing up at all, due to the fact that she and Ryan both blocked each other around April of this year, and Ariana had largely been absent from the set photographs and promotional material shown at the Disney Upfront event. It's my belief that Ariana was starring as either Morwena or Ophelia, whom were announced to be played by Alex Consani and Ivantika just weeks after Ariana dropped out. This is all speculation, of course, and nothing has been confirmed. What Ryan actually had to say about Ariana dropping out went as follows.
I love Ariana Grande. We're great friends. I had an idea and I came to her and she very immediately said, I'm not sure because I think I'm going on tour. Now, Ryan, to me, this completely sounds like she gave you a maybe and you still basically announced her as if she had said yes back in October, and then you kind of threw a hissy fit when her plans didn't align with the plan that you made up in your head. That's at least how it seems to me.
Moving on from that whole fiasco, it was also reported by AHS Zone on Twitter that Lady Gaga at one point was in talks to return this season, reprising her role from Hotel, the Countess, but she eventually backed out for unknown reasons. This could be similar to the Ariana Grande situation, where Gaga was probably just too busy to commit to something like a TV show at the moment. Jumping forward in time, just a couple of days ago, it was announced that Orlando Jones would be replacing the late and great Lance Reddick as Papa Legba this season. I haven't seen Orlando in many things, but I will say he definitely does resemble Lance quite a bit, and I imagine under all of that makeup, physically, Orlando will match up with Lance pretty well. I'm excited to see what they do with Papa Legba this season, if he has any impact on the story at all. Even though the show's representation of the character is quite inaccurate, I did always love this character and Lance's portrayal of him, so I'm hopeful that Orlando can capture some of the same magic here. Moving on from that, it was also announced on the final day of shooting, again through Zone, that Jessica Lange would be returning as both Elsa Mars and Judy Martin, which confirms that Jessica will be reprising all 4 of her iconic AHS roles in this new season. Some behind-the-scenes set photos were released of Elsa, but I'm not sure how legit they are. Elsa is standing next to the Rubber Man in her Life on Mars getup, and I just cannot begin to imagine what this could mean for the scene. It definitely seems like Elsa is about to have a duet with the Rubber Man, which would be absolutely insane. On the same day as these characters were announced to be returning, it was announced that Sarah Paulson would be playing around 6 roles and Evan Peters would be playing 5, which comes close to the 7 roles that he played in Cult. In the same breath, Ryan Murphy also talked about the theme of the season for the very first time in depth. Ryan later dropped a ton of information on the release schedule and a potential 14th season, stating,
I haven't talked about it. Everybody has it absolutely wrong because everyone thinks it's a Coven season. It's not. It really is a tribute to the fans. That number 13 is infused with a lot in the culture. It's a magical and superstitious number. I can't believe that we've gone 13 seasons and more. It's not the final season.
Ryan seemingly confirms here that season 14 is under development currently. Though it has not been completely confirmed by FX, Ryan has already begun mapping the season out. This comes as a huge shock to me because I was completely okay with 13 wrapping the entire series up. Assuming this season isn't a complete disaster, I suppose I would be okay with more installments. I'm just slightly worried that after this big crossover event, the series will just keep getting worse, and none of the actors we love will come back very often. We then got confirmation that season 13 will in fact feature 30-minute episodes predominantly, which at first will air in pairs of 3 for the first 2 weeks, and then in pairs of 2 up until the finale, which will air on October 29th. All by itself. This release schedule really worries me because how short are these episodes if 2 or 3 of them can air in the same time slot on FX? Because if every episode is 30 minutes, that would mean that airing 3 would get an hour and a half of TV time. I'm starting to worry that these 30-minute episodes are actually in the ballpark of 22-minute episodes. This would be a complete disaster for the show because typically with American Horror Story, the shorter the episode, the worse it is. Episodes that are shorter than 40 minutes do not have the same oomph to them. There is not enough time to flesh out a story or characters in just 30 minutes. A large part of the problem with NYC and Delicate is that each of those seasons had 30 to 35-minute episodes, and their stories felt either rushed or half-baked. So potentially lowering these episode lengths to 22 minutes on average, in my opinion, would be completely disastrous. Moving on, just a couple of days ago on August 12th, we were treated to a number of high-definition character posters released by Vogue magazine. These characters include Constance Langdon, Cordelia Good, Adelaide Langdon, Kai Anderson, Mr. Noss, who is a new character, Marie Laveau, Madison Montgomery, Twisty the Clown, and shockingly, the Black Dahlia. But it didn't even stop there because the very next day, on August 13th, we got our first official teaser for the season, which I will break down now, frame by frame. The teaser begins with this white demon opening its mouth to reveal a golden 13 in the center. In my estimation, this creature was created using AI, which I think is very unfortunate given some of the anti-AI messages in the spin-off series. I'm not 100% sure that it's AI though, because similar CGI creations have been featured in teasers in the past, but those ones felt very American Horror Story, and you could tell that those ones were animated. This creature, however, is completely new to the series and isn't drawing from any other posters or promo material that we've seen thus far. In fact, this teaser is literally the only place that this creature exists so far. It does actually kind of look like it's a blend of the Asylum Nun and the Freak Show and Hotel promo images. The open mouth posters have become quite synonymous with AHS at this point, so I wouldn't be surprised if this opening is meant to be a callback to those concepts. Still though, visually, it's giving AI slop. I mean, the placement and the purpose of the 13 in the thing's mouth is cartoonishly confusing to me. I am actually struggling to understand what is even happening here. It has a resemblance to the key in the mouth of the woman in the hotel poster, but unlike the key, the 13 doesn't really have any visual significance or purpose here. I do like the Roman numerals on the eyes though. That's a pretty nice touch. The way the 13 is animated and changes position makes me believe that this is AI though, so yeah, I'm not thrilled about that. Moving on, the next couple of shots reintroduce us to Twisty standing in this weird liminal space as he opens up a gate with the 13 on the bars. It's unclear if Twisty is meant to be in this creature's mouth, opening the 13 as if it was a gate or what, but that's kind of what it looks like given how these shots are back to back and we are, zooming in on the creature's mouth when we see Twisty. We then see New York City and the apartment or hotel that this season is likely set at, called the Apollyon. Again, this shot could be completely AI, and I suspect that it is. We zoom in on one of the windows when we are greeted by a number of characters, including Kai Anderson, the Rubber Man, new characters Ben and Mr. Nass, these black cats that are running around, Constance Langdon and Adelaide Langdon, before the camera cuts to the Witches' Academy, where Queenie steps into frame for just a split second. Returning to the apartment, we are greeted by Madison Montgomery, Marie Laveau, Winter Anderson, the Black Dahlia, and finally Cordelia Good. Throughout the teaser, there are also shots of snakes, hairless cats, hooded figures, and some kind of synchronized dance party thrown by a bunch of rubber men. Oh, and lots of hidden 13s. Like, everywhere. I really like this teaser if we ignore all of the AI elements in it. I'm not even a huge fan of CGI being used in AHS teasers and intros, but the fact that a lot of this trailer resembles AI is even worse, given it points to the creator's lack of creativity and artistic integrity. Again, it's not confirmed that this is AI or that any of it was created using AI, but I have my suspicions because the animation just looks really wonky to me. Along with this teaser, the first ever posters for the season were released. And if I'm being quite honest, I do believe the cat was made with AI. You should never stoop to that level of laziness when trying to promote your television show. I think it's a pretty anti-art thing for a show that used to be taken seriously to do. Even if it isn't AI though, it's a pretty ugly poster when you compare it to some of the ones that came before it. I get what they're going for here. The color schemes remind one of Asylum and Murder House's posters, and maybe even the Apocalypse ones. The claws on the cat certainly remind me of the claws on the baby from the Apocalypse posters, but I just think that the composition is slightly off, and aside from the cat possibly representing the devil and the woman possibly representing the witches, I don't see how this poster really tells us anything about the upcoming season. On the same day as that teaser came out, bootleg recordings of the very first official trailer came out from the D23 event.
Something wicked this way comes. You ready? It's a new dawn for all of us. I can feel it.
It's a bit hard to hear and see what is happening on screen, but the trailer really doesn't give too much away about the season anyway, and I really like that decision. We're still going into this season completely blind, and I think that whoever assembled this trailer did a really good job of not giving too much away, but teasing us with some of our favorite castmates again. We get our first look at Tate here in the rubber suit, with a better wig than he had in Apocalypse, so I guess there's a major win because he looked a little off in Apocalypse with that terrible wig. There are other characters that we see here for the first time in this teaser, including Mr. Phoebes, played by John Waters, and Papa Legba, played by Orlando Jones. Another character that returns here in this teaser is none other than the Supreme herself, Fiona Good. And yeah, that's pretty much all of the updates that we've had as of August 14th. I am sure we're going to get an HD version of that trailer, or potentially even a different trailer coming soon, so whenever that does come out, we'll be able to break it down a little bit more in depth. So that does bring me to the end of this video. If you guys have any theories regarding Season 13 and its plot, make sure to drop them down below because I would love to hear what you guys think is going to happen. If you enjoyed this video, please like it and subscribe if you aren't already, and consider joining the Patreon. We are just a month away from the release date of the 13th season, so I hope you guys are ready because I believe this will probably be the last update video that I make before the season starts airing. I really hope you guys enjoyed this one. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!